Guys with Erik Karlsson.
100% ready to go. He's playing tomorrow.
So do you go 11-7 tomorrow?
We'll see. We have to decide that.
How does Erik being in the lineup change things for you guys?
Well, I think he's the best player in the world, so it just brings you, basically has an impact on everything. Your breakouts, your transition, your O-zone, your power play, your defensive play. I mean, it's your leader. He is who he is. He's such a presence. It's not just a hockey player. I think it's everything around it too. And it's time. You know, we did it all without him. You know, a lot of people talked about the word survive before he gets back, but I think the players should also get all the credit for not just surviving, but really growing and every day want to get better. And Erik comes in, and that's the first thing he said: let's keep getting better. So I think we got everybody on the same page, and Erik coming in is going to continue to help us doing that.
Are you comfortable with him as opposed to maybe Oduya or somebody else? What's with that pairing that you like?
Oh, pairs will change, so don't make anything of that. I mean, it'll be that for a period, 2 shifts, the whole game, 3 games in a row, or it'll change real quick. I think right now, because Oduya's new, we're trying to see what we're going to do. Clayson playing so well, you know. I think right now it's the beginning of the year where we're going to shuffle things around because we haven't been able to shuffle them around with Erik in the lineup. So we know Oduya and CC have played really well together. So that's something we know it works, and so right now probably don't want to touch that just to start the game, but don't peg anything anywhere because it might change after 5 minutes.
What does it tell you about your team that you're able to be so successful without the best defenseman in the world in the lineup?
You know, I just think that the players have demonstrated that they're hungry, that they're dedicated to each other, they're dedicated to getting better and wanting to improve, not sit on anything we've done last year. And it's easy to say, it's hard to do, and they've done it. And so I think that we've said it all along last year. The strength of this team is that it's a team. It's not just a bunch of individuals. They've grown to not just like each other, but play for each other and care, and it shows on the ice. And I think right now, for me as a coach, if I compare this time of the year to last year, it's night and day. You hear that, you see and you hear about the winning details, and the players take it at heart, and we've grown a lot faster than we would have had last year. And it's not just experience; it's the fact that the players themselves care, and they're paying the price already at the beginning of the year. And so we're on the right track. But having said that, we certainly don't want to sit on that and be complacent, and those games are in the past already. We're here today. That we had a good practice that we wanted to get. Guys were sharp. Usually after coming off a road trip, usually guys are not sharp. So you can see where their mind is right now, and we're coming in hungry tomorrow to be the best we can be tomorrow against Vancouver.
It's hard to hear from back here. Did you say best player in the world or best defenseman?
I think he's the best player in the world.
You think he's more impactful than McDavid? I know sometimes it's hard to compare defense.
Nah, but that's the thing. That's why, for me, first of all, he's my player. and you know, obviously the Crosbys and the McDavids, you know, they're top forwards in the world for sure. It's just for me, Karlsson's the best defenseman in the world, and I think defenseman, you know, being on the ice for 30-some minutes has such an impact that's why I see it this way. But hey, let's not kid ourselves. McDavid and Crosby, I mean, I coach Crosby, so I know what he is, and I have all the respect for him, and then same with McDavid and other guys that are considered in that group. So whether you like one or the other, or one's faster than the other, one's a defenseman, I mean, those are the top players in the world. So, but I like my player.
Does it make it easier bringing him back when the team is playing as well as it is?
Yeah, you know, nothing's easy, but I think he comes back in a state of mind where he doesn't have to come in and be the hero. And it's also good for our players to know that, you know, whenever we've got big injuries like we did last year, big pieces missing, that the team keeps on going. And I think that's good for Erik to know that, so he doesn't have all that pressure. You know, imagine if we'd have lost every game and he'd be coming in right now. I'm not sure that would be a good situation either. So I think right now it's whether it's last year or this year, we've shown that without big pieces, the team keeps going because it's a team. Like I said, it's the individuals in there are on the same page, and that's why they're able to get through adversity.
Because of who it is, do you do such a thing as ease him into the game? Because he plays 30 minutes?
No, I think right now, yeah, we're going to try to be smart here. We don't need him to play 35 minutes. It's going to be more about him, what he can take. It won't be about what we decide. It's really, we'll see how he feels and how much he can take, and hopefully he doesn't have to play 30 minutes. And that the goal would have to manage his ice time until we feel that, or he feels that he can take more.
You just hope he doesn't screw up the power play.
When you start thinking like that, I think you're in the wrong place. Yeah, you got the best defenseman in the world coming in. It's only going to help us in every phase of the game. So whether it's power play or 5-on-5, we're more than happy to have him back.
Starting goaltender tomorrow, Coach?
Anderson. And then we just need to decide if we're going 7. Problem is, I don't know which one of those guys we would take out. They're all playing really well. So that's the issue right now.
You offer a comment on Thomas Chabot and his play?
Yeah, he's every time that we've seen him, he's progressed. So whether it starts last year at development camp, then the rookie camp, staying with us, then coming back this year again, development camp, rookie camp, and all that. Every time that we move along, he gets better. And it was the same thing there. It was so much the right thing to do, send him down and get the right minutes and play with pros. And he came back and he was better than he was during the training camp. So right now, it's always about his development. Unless we start to get injuries, then of course he's got to come in like he did there. But the idea is always to try to follow the right steps for him to keep his confidence and develop his professional details, and he's done that. So we're expecting the same thing when he comes back at some point or another, that he's going to be even better than he was this time.
Anything specific said to him on his way back?
Yeah, that he did great, that he just got to keep growing his game, and he's going to get some important minutes, and he's got to manage that. But again, it's always about the little pro details. It's not about his skating. It's not about his shot. It's not about his. That's all fine. We know that. It's go get those minutes to work on the things that make you an NHL professional, and the next time we see each other, make sure you've grown. And he's taken that to heart. Like this kid from last year to this year, night and day in terms of attitude, work ethic, discipline, understanding what it is to be an NHLer. It's actually, he was here at the beginning, but he was a kid. He was just floating there. I call it floating. You're there, but you don't realize you're there. You're in a cloud of happiness, and you don't really know what it is to be a pro yet. And this year he came in and he was on a mission to come in and be a pro, and he's here early, asking for videos, he's asking for assignments, and so he's really grown in 1 year. So it was the right thing to send him back, because he was the guy with the World Juniors, with his own team they won. So things that we probably wouldn't have been able to give him while he was here. And then now going down the American League is exactly what we want from him. So up to now, I think we're following the plan that we had for him, and it's paying off.